Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. A small but exuberant crowd gathered at the Swift Current Stockade for the annual Relay for Life. Swift Current's new airport terminal is open. The ribbon-cutting ceremony, complete with an open house, recently welcomed visitors to the facility. The Newcomer Welcome Center in Swift Current hosted a noon hour event at Market Square, showcasing the flavors of the various residents who now call Swift Current and Southwest Saskatchewan home. Thanks for joining us here today. The Swift Current Relay for Life was another success, raising funds for the Canadian Cancer Society. A small but exuberant crowd gathered at the Swift Current Stockade for the annual Relay for Life. 5 teams walked their way around the facility for 6 hours, raising funds and awareness of cancer, while remembering loved ones and celebrating another milestone year for survivors. And by the end of the night, they raised approximately $27,000 for the Canadian Cancer Society. One of the teams participating this year were the Walking Warriors, comprised of several staff from PharmaSave and Swift Current. Ray Strader accepted the challenge for Relay for Life and went one step further by growing out his hair for 26 months. Then offered it to this friendly barbering crew.
I wanted to do something for cancer, then it was about January 2014. There was a girl in town, she had like hair down to her waist and she cut it off and donated. So that kind of egged me on. Then my mom's fighting cancer again for a second time. That just kind of sealed the deal. I was going to do it last year, but I was off of surgery, so I thought I'd wait till this year and have it a lot longer too, so that way I can send away to make wigs, because I think a lot more of that needs to be done.
The Relay for Life also had a special meeting for team member Kim Duick, who participated in the event for the first time.
My mom passed away with lung cancer about 17 years ago, and I've always wanted to do it, so it was always on my bucket list, and so this was the year. I'm really enjoying myself. We're planning for next year.
A fundraiser filled with mixed emotions for the participants on and off the floor.
My grandpa passed away when I was quite young, and right now my grandma is battling cancer for the second time. Right now she has breast cancer, so it's awesome that they have an event like this where you can share with other people the experiences you're going through, and other people are out there who are going through the same things as you are.
Well, it's a coming together of people and helping celebrate the lives that are still here, and what your past, your people that have passed on, that you're helping to maybe not have other family members or other friends or stuff like that happen to them. And so it's a celebration of what's past and what's hopefully to come.
Proceeds raised from the Swift Current Relay for Life and similar events across the province will go towards the Canadian Cancer Society, assisting with research and other programs for cancer patients across Saskatchewan. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Proudly presented by the City of Swift Current and Standard Motors, along with Innovation Credit Union and Southwest TV News. On-site improvements continue at the Swift Current Airport, including a new terminal. It's official. Swift Current's new airport terminal is open. The ribbon-cutting ceremony, complete with an open house, recently welcomed visitors to the facility. According to Airport Superintendent Todd Schultz, the new building is a vast improvement from the previous trailer on site, now offering more amenities for travelers and pilots.
Well, the former facility was actually a temporary rented office trailer, so it served our needs well, but it was somewhat small. So this new building is 3 times the size and much more comfortable for air travelers in Swift Current. It features a comfortable waiting area with a charge bar, an area for people to work, a separate pilot's lounge which allows pilots to rest and complete their flight planning in private, a corporate boardroom, 2 wheelchair accessible washrooms, and a much nicer office for myself as well with a great view of the airfield.
The new 1,176 square foot terminal came to light through an agreement with Spitfire Investments, where City Council approved an annual lease agreement for the building at $17,640 per year over a 17-year term. And as the new terminal building brings the Swift Current Airport into a new era, other improvements are also on the horizon, including plans to expand the runway by 750 feet, bringing it to 5,000 feet, a standard for many airports the same size of Swift Current's.
At the present time, we're completing the engineering and design work on that with WSP Canada. The design is approximately 70% complete as of today, so through the summer we should have the design ready, but the actual construction will be budgeted in an upcoming year.
And in the coming months, Swift Current will be the host venue for a special air show, further shining the spotlight on the local airport.
So we have the Canadian Forces air demonstration team, the Snowbirds. It's quite exciting, especially because they haven't been to the community for about 20 years. And on top of that, we also have some additional performers. So we have Yellow Thunder, which is a team of 2 vintage yellow Harvards. Now, Harvard aircraft flew here during World War II, and the airport served as a British Commonwealth Air Training Plan base. We have Gene Soucy, does a day routine in his highly modified Agcat biplane. He'll also be doing a night routine with pyrotechnics. And lastly, we have Brent Handy. Brent Handy performed in his Pitt Special biplane last year on Mother's Day.
Over the years, the Swift Current Airport has served as a base for a variety of aircraft, including corporate, government, and private carriers, and plays a valuable role in the City of Swift Current's continued growth and attraction of new residents. Sending youth to summer camp was the focus of a noon-hour fundraiser in Swift Current. We find out more in this report. Food has a universal way of bringing people together, and the Newcomer Welcome Center in Swift Current hosted a noon-hour event at Market Square, showcasing the flavors of the various residents who now call Swift Current and Southwest Saskatchewan home. Crowds lined up for an international feast, which included everything from spring rolls to buttered chicken and naan bread. Funds raised from the event will help the center send children to camp this summer at the Cypress Hills Provincial Park.
Last year we sent, I think, 13, so it depends on how many would come and ask to be sponsored. Cypress Hills camp has been very good to us, and the rest of the money we will use for some of the summer programs. We do camping ourselves, maybe about 40 kids we take to, this year we'll take them to Landing. So it's a peer leadership camping and camping adventure for those who have not camped before. So kids like maybe 10 to 12 years old.
Joel Marquez, who moved to Swift Current 8 years ago from Colombia, says he was eager to help out again in the kitchen with the food preparation, as his children have experienced the summer camp at Cypress.
Because back home there's no such thing, and so this has been great for them to be able to get in touch with other kids in camp and enjoy it.
A summer excursion which these students have also enjoyed, while making new friendships along the way.
It is fun to socialize with other cultures because you get to learn from them, learn some of their languages and learn a bit of their culture too.
The Newcomer Welcome Center has been in operation in Swift Current since 2007 and has helped over 2,000 individuals settle into their new home in Southwest Saskatchewan. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.